Hello, chatting to those who are watching out in the video on demand. I am a new commentator to the field. My name is Krista Joy, and I am so excited to be doing comms with a living legend known as Fury SK. He is going to be the senpai, and oh baby, this is going to be great. We have two swordless geniuses racing right now, Fury.
Uh, yeah, Panzer is pretty well known. Has played this game for far too long. Like me, living legend in the form of we're both old. Uh, Special K a little bit newer, but still just as swordless as any of them. Loves playing without the sword, even when we give it to them. So it should be fun to see how these two play.
Absolutely. This is going to come down to execution and routing at its best. And Fury, why don't you give chat a little bit of insight into Swordless Plus?
Swordless Plus is as it sounds. They can not get the sword immediately, however, they can eventually have it. We give them about an hour in when they can finally pick that up.
Okay. And we're already starting off hot. Looks like we're dodging some octos. And Special K has already found level 8. And we have some Jabba, the pancake huts, guarding a key door. So unfortunately, that is key locked, Fury.
Yep, we should see both runners go for the Armos statue item, which will be the red candle that gives you a good bit of advantage in dungeons. It's not true swordless with the blue candle where you get to have real fun, especially when enemies roll up or down.
So looks like Special K did get to the item, I believe. No, he went to a different Armos. Uh-oh. Is Special K stopped for you, Fury?
Yeah, it might come back here in a moment.
Okay.
In the
So
meantime, we
we
did
got
find the red
Dave on
candle.
deck.
Yeah, we got the red candle, which is the important part. It's not very far away, so Special K will likely have it once it gets back.
Absolutely. So we see Lionel's and my favorite Pulse voices out in the wild so far. So Candle not going to be as great as we'd like it to be, but especially against Pulse voices, that is as useless as chewing gum for calculus. So it's going to be a spicy seed, Fury. I can feel it.
Well, that's the hope when it's Panzer Dave. You like watching a little bit of suffering. It's always fun.
Ooh. Oh, poor Dave. Already getting the wish to suffer hard.
Yeah, Panzer loves the meme of like seed rolling, even though the bot just does what it does. So loves the fact that he got to roll and is going to laugh at his own suffering, probably.
Oh, so he's just like me then. Panache for pain. And, you love to see stuff like that. Also, got some octos. That is going to be a hard dodge on the Pulse voices. And hopefully we do see Special K once again. But I'm sure Dave will give us plenty of entertainment. Let's see. So, Fury, the next thing you're going to be looking for, obviously, is a bomb shop.
That is a good strategy for sure, as the white sword item is a heart container.
which means minimum 5. We did get a Lionel to drop a bomb, so that's good in its own right. We can start bombing walls. And is this mode inclusive of a mixed overworld like second and first quest, or is it just strictly first quest?
I will take a look at their flag set. Every single one of these is different, so I have to actually load it up. But
Because it looks like everything that's being burned is first quest overworld.
That looks to be correct.
All right, Special K has returned with their red candle. Got a heart container from the Takeny Cave, so we're 1 up in health. Has also found level 1.
Well, the Triforce is pretty easy to get to. However, I do believe we'll be looking for items in here.
Absolutely. So, at least it's enemies we can take out with the candle.
Ooh, there's
Ooh,
a any key on one. Look at that. That Kanana key is well through that door, but don't need it anymore.
absolutely. So, a very good find for Special K right now.
Yep. If unfamiliar with mechanics, the key doors briefly lose containment when a shutter door opens. So if you push against them and kill the last enemy in the room, causing the shutter door to open, thanks, old man, you get through the key door in time, and you don't have to burn a key if you're at 0. So it works.
Yeah, I call that the key skip, but I may be wrong in my terminology, but
Yep,
it's,
within the community, it got named after Cananophone, who first discovered the little trick, as we have a try at level 4.
all right. We have the heart container key, and look at that. That was a stacked 1, Fury. Like, how often do we get a good 1 like that?
Normally, you have to fight through a bunch of key doors, so getting that any key right away means you don't fight through them and you get everything for free.
Absolutely. And this you love to see. And so far in 1 have been enemies that are pretty tame. Could be worse. So Dave is going to be getting... I thought he was going to dip it.
Probably pirouetting the overworld just to see if some more doors get opened for free.
And you can appreciate anything for free. And
Yep.
right now, Dave did the very same key skip, about to get to any key, and you love to see our lion-headed friend.
Yep, now we're going to see if Dave takes too much time to get to the ladder or gets straight there, as I think Special Case probably going to, well, not going to go down. I thought it was maybe just got a little bit discombobulated. It's going to go down now to where I think the Triforce could be.
You know, this enemy set isn't bad at all. Because, I mean, normally in vanilla, you would have the magic rod with the book, so fire is very good against this particular enemy. So, we're going down, and Triforce should be right there.
Yep, this is usually the degree is set in 1, but it's changed up because of the shuffling of the enemies, so still everything killable, which is nice.
Yes. And literally, Special K will be out in just a moment. There we go. 1 is done on the side of Special K. Dave not too far behind. I just appreciate that Dave has $222 over $11 Chuck on Special K side.
Dave has not got the ladder yet. We're fighting with our tracking mechanism in this one, but both have the Triforce in one. Dave's just got to go up here, I believe, and we'll get the super room with
Yep.
the
Special
ladder.
K has his ladder. The tracker's doing tracker stuff. And Dave doing right by burning the old man. That's exactly top tier gameplay right there. You know, punishing him for giving such wonderful advice.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to get trolled a little bit more by the old man. Maybe after defeating Gan, we'll get the Ganon hint.
Yeah, burn him until, you can't get any more info out of him. There you go. And when it says that it's by lake, I'm assuming that is the vanilla level 7 location?
A lake could be a number of bodies of water within this, but yeah, Vanilla 7 would be one of those.
Oh, okay. So that's very good.
Yep, on I guess on the map, technically Vanilla 1 would be by a lake. Level 4, around level 4 would be by a lake. Level 4 itself would be sail, but it would also be a lake spot on the hints. And then a White Sword Cave, and then the forest that Dave was just in, where the
Oh,
lake
okay.
is. That one spot is also a lake.
And we have an Atari figure shooting a brick for level 3 right now. Looks like something that would probably be in Mission Command. These levels do look interesting quite often. Their Fury.
Yep, I thought for a second we might get a little troll with the first staircase being the segment, as normally 3 does not have a segment in it, and level 6 has a very easy Triforce. Might be one that Dave skips for now, as far as items.
You're
So,
right.
level 6 is one of the larger dungeons that you can get. It can be larger than level 7, and can technically, because of the way we've got things set up, I think also be larger than level 8 occasionally as well. Pretty hard to get bigger than level 9, though.
Yeah, level 9, the last seed that Diesel gave me had a level 9 where it was only one room that was missing. It was just a big fat cube.
Alright, this is the point where we start booing Panzer Dave for taking the blue ring immediately. I mean, come on, Dave. We need suffering. What is this?
I honestly would have thought he would have gone Arrow before Blue Ring. But I guess he's looking at in terms of I'm probably going to burn myself with this candle. So, like he just did right now. So I think he's trying to hedge his damage with the candle.
I mean, that's fine and all, but well, I'll wait till after the race and give him a little grief for it.
Yes, yes, yes. Especially, this has been a pretty fortuitous seed in terms of money drops because I have been seeing a lot of 5 rupee and single rupee drops from enemies.
Yeah.
And, it's very good. And so far, nobody has found any of the, scam artists take your money caves. So you like to see that.
Special K's a good deal ahead as far as room clearing in this level 3, so more likely that we see the floor item on that side, especially given that Dave's in the same area.
You know, Saphira, the tracker is just doing tracker stuff. It sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't, and it's that kind of tracker. But we have the bestest, in Renikai tracking for us, so I'm sure that that'll get fixed ASAP.
All it takes is a little bit of trashing from the commentators, and then suddenly the tracker hits the update. There we go.
Yeah, Renikai is trying to do the bro code thing and totally cover for you. And, you know, but good on you for taking the responsibility. But next time I'll cover you. The comp team got to look out for the trackers.
Well, the Triforces are certainly free in dungeons, as we're not even 15 minutes into the season. Dave's halfway to 8. Ooh, that's a leave your life or money room with the money roll above average. So that's no
And
fun.
right now, Special K is broke at you and could not get any further. He Gandalfed him, Fury. He's
Yeah,
like, you shall not pass.
I'm not sure if Special Case seen the heart container as the white sword item, so probably didn't want to give up the heart. Dodongo. That is a standing room only, so I think we're going to look in the last room here. I think this has to be the second item, unless we missed a room down below somewhere.
I'm thinking, oh, Dave will feel bad that he skipped the red ring. That is some feels bad man territory, Fury.
No, I don't feel bad.
No, I know you don't feel bad, but he's gonna feel bad because he chucked out a whole lot of bucks for nothing. And Chad and us, we love to see that. But that could have gone into arrow money. Arrow!
Yeah, Dave is more interested in getting up to, I believe it's 11 hearts for the magical sword, which I believe is at vanilla start screen this one, unless that was a weirdly colored candy cane, which is his sprite for it. It looked like Mags to me, but maybe it's in vanilla start location. Let me look at the wood sword setup.
I was about to ask, what is that candy cane? But bless it. Fire does nothing against our boy Gleok, so we are skipping and dodging him. And right now,
Level 2. So we are down to level 7 and 5.
well, there's nothing Dave can do against Wizzies right now. He will need the Pokey Pokey Sword or Magic Wand, something that can actually hit them, or some
Well,
bombs, but yeah, you don't want to blow all your bombs in a dungeon.
oh, it's a Wizrobe Darknut set together. That's even more fun.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Oh, game.
Well, this here is a jetty for your Betty, Fury.
It's it's white sword on the right and silver arrows on the left.
Oh, baby. Um, and you get a free red ring. This is just too easy. And since everybody knows I am known for being the baby seed aura, I think I have jinxed this seed to be a jetty.
Yep, so if you find the white sword or you get magical sword, then you don't have to go swordless anymore. So Special K is going to make up quite a bit of time here on Dave's lead on stream. We'll see how many others that are racing got lucky and found that white sword, perhaps even earlier in Special K or about the same time.
And sword does make a difference. So when it comes down to, going back into our Wizrobe Dark Nut dungeon, Special K will have an advantage. Renakai, I'll be honest. When I saw that candy cane, I was like, well, Dave is going to try to bribe everyone with candy, and I'm living for it. Who needs a sword when you got free candy? So, and right now, Dave gets a Hail Mary fairy from our boy, and this is not a good level to be without a sword. No lie. And we got us a Manhandla there. Special K dodging it. Also had Dig Dogger. And level 6 having the Recorder. Now Fury, Dave just got his equivalent to White Sword.
Yep, that is definitely going to keep him on pace with Special K. It's still not going to be helpful against Wizrobes, but everything else, for the most part, will be killable now, except for Ganon.
Yeah, that also doesn't really help very much, but it's better than trying to use fire. And we have a room full of Jabba the Pancake Hut over here on Special K's side, one of them holding some bombs. But, I dislike this enemy with everything in my being. Alright, we got a book, Fury, for Dave.
That should be maps and more self-burning.
Well, that will come in handy from a strategic point of view.
I think Special K is just trying to make... Well, I thought they were just trying to make their way to the Triforce at this point, but with Bow and Silver's outstanding on their side of the equation, I do understand. Looking around some more.
To answer your question, Arrow, he is actually searching for items. Seeing if Silvers is out. We know Silvers is not in this level because they found it in a different level. But he's just item hunting, hoping that he can get the bow, Silvers.
Level 8 is 3 items, so yeah, still missing 1, I believe, at this point in here.
Yep. In Vanilla 8, that's where you would get your book, your magic key, and a heart container. So those are the 3 items that can be found. But this is randomizer, so it could be 3, we call it 3 checks. And, Special K is hoping that he can find something that will tilt that arrow of fate in his direction.
It's really difficult to look around this dungeon when you have all these potential bomb walls and no map. So that's what's slowing Special K down now, is just not knowing where the hidden room is that may have that item.
And see, when Dave dips this, because he has the book, he will be in a lot better position to route better.
Uh-oh.
And this is not too good to see that Dig Dogger there.
And the Triforce Room in 2 is not super fun with the wand, but since it's not Blue Wizrobe in there, it's still okay. And Vohio, it's the Magic Boomerang.
Heck yeah! Blue Banana! Woo! Best item!
Yep, and Special K is, of course, going to, I suppose, pander to the commentator and pick that up. At this point, probably in a tournament race or something, would say, no, I don't want that, but still going to pick it up since this is a TTP race, so not as much on the line.
And after getting the sacred blue banana, Special K has opted to get the Triforce and yeeting himself out of 8, and he is still on the hunt for those mags. For those silver arrows.
On the hunt for mags, though, is Dave. 1 heart away now.
So it doesn't follow the vanilla 12.
I believe it's preset in this one. You can set it on the randomizer, and I think they made it a little bit earlier.
Oh, okay. That's fantastic then for Dave. Alright, found one of these scam rooms. Took away his money.
Yep. Putting the power bracelet to use in 8. There is a heart container under a power bracelet spot, so it will take Dave a little bit longer to find hearts.
At what point, Fury, would you start looking at the mountain, graveyard mountain area?
Well, the bomb shop being as cheap as it is, I think that definitely would push me up there a little bit quicker.
I think so too, especially if you're on the hunt for another heart container. Because you have checks on the mountain as well as graveyard. So, good to see what it has to offer.
Ooh. 37, 60, and 60 for hints. It's mixed hints, so some community hints and some regular. We might see a wood arrow purchase here from Special K because they don't know silver arrows are fairly free in 2. So it's the good old right logical play, unfortunate play situation there.
Alright, so we're going to burn this spot here. I think with the routing that Dave is doing, he's about to hit Lost Woods, so we're gonna see that Graveyard Mountain play. Or at least that's what I thought he was gonna do. Wait. Oh, there
Well,
we go.
he's avoiding the maze and just going up.
Yeah, my screen wrap is only at 20%. I'm not as good as you guys yet, so I have to go the old-fashioned way. But we're getting our graveyard check out the way.
And not too many dungeons left in play, I think. Assuming we haven't seen 9 either, there should be 3. The large secret not being particularly amazing means Dave is not going to have a ton of money left in the overworld to collect, so that 0 is going to be there for a little bit.
Oh, definitely. And it's not bad if it is 0, because if he gets any of these scam checks, then he will be safe, because you can't take nothing from nothing. And as I say that, he found rupees. Oh, man.
Well, you can't take that yet, so Dave's just going to burn it and come back later, or may not come back at all.
Yeah, I think, at this point, he's already so invested into the whole getting max that I doubt he would get that at all. Also, the rupee pool for those rooms are kind of low, Fury. 15 and 37. Alright, probably going Spec Rock way. Get some much needed bombs. Finding the letter, opting not to get it, because Dave enjoys pain.
And it doesn't want to scroll the extra item, although if we're going to take all hearts, that will kind of mean we can't take a red potion from the take anyone, so a little interesting, I suppose.
Yeah, I thought he would have taken the letter strictly for that reason, because there's no guarantee. Going back into 3.
Well, that's just a pile of sadness for Dave. Red ring, I mean, it's nice and all, but given the blue ring purchase, not going to be as nice as it could have been. Special K, meanwhile, going through 6, may make a different decision as far as item hunting versus leaving. If they were willing to go through level 8 for all 3 items, when it could be quite large, might also be willing to do 6.
At this point, I think Special K will full clear 6.
Well, dead end, so going to take the Triforce. Now the question is, will we re-enter or bail?
Well, we know it doesn't have silvers, but do we know if it has the bow? I think Dave didn't do a full clear of this. So,
Yeah.
now if it has the bow, then things are looking up for Special K. because he will get his silvers in 2. And he's got the right items for taking out those whiz robes. So
that's a fancy level 8 now that we get to see the map.
you know, in Minish Cap, it has those kinstones, and that looks like a bootleg kinstone from Minish Cap.
Just based on what I see, I feel like this is about a full clear from Special K of level 8 earlier. There's not a lot of rooms left on that map that Special K didn't get into.
Absolutely.
Oof.
And Panzer is running on diet life right now, Fury.
Yep, in a Wizrobe dungeon. Hey, we know one of the items now in 6.
Yep.
And we found a death. It was inevitable.
Oh, yeah. When you're running on diet life, that's not going to help. And, you know, that's why I'm a little surprised that Dave didn't get that letter. Just to have as a backup. Considering that he's still kind of fire dependent. And we know the recoil on that is like firing a Desert Eagle. You're going to have a lot of kickback from that. And, you know, kind of surprised. But the fact that he said he loves pain and anguish, totally understandable.
I think it comes down to no red bubbles in this flag set. If there were red bubbles, I think that letter probably gets picked up. I think the thought from Dave is I have blue ring, I'm going to have mags pretty soon, unless I just get heart starved. So we're not going to need it for too awful long, if at all. Hey, there's a sword.
Okay. Dave is well now.
Yep, so has caught up to Special K on the A button. And Special K, meanwhile, has almost caught up on the heart containers, as we're up to 9 on that side of the screen, whereas Dave's at 10. Now we'll see if we get a repeat death or we get through this room. There's the recorder in the corner.
All right. Dig doggers are all afraid of the recorder with... Oh yeah, he's buying those bombs for sure.
Max price as well. 125 is as big as it gets.
Wow. Low free rupees and expensive everything. You gotta love it.
Yeah, vanilla 4 bombs for a max price, that's a bit of a scam. You'd rather have 6 if you're going to get nailed with the 125 tag. In the meantime, Dave is now out of level 8 potentially. Don't know that Dave's going to run straight back in there at this point. We'll see, though. Nope. Still has 2 dungeons left outstanding. He's just going to hope that what he needs is going to be there.
Well, the biggest thing that we need to find is the bow.
Worth noting that important items in 9 is on.
Oh no, really? That's awful! That is awful. Because then you're faced with a decision. Do I risk and gamble trying to find, let's say no one finds the bow, really quick. Are you going to risk going to 9 with no bow and hope you can find it? Or are you going to dig, try to full clear as much as you can?
The answer is we're not going to go to 9.
Oh, so 6 has the bow. This is what Dave dodged when he noped out of 6.
Well,
So,
Dave in the meantime is sprinting for mags. Or not. I thought was sprinting for mags. Nope, it got lost. Never mind.
all right. So we have the best candy cane for bribing on Dave's side, where Special K has the bow, but he hasn't gotten to 2 yet to get the silvers.
So I think Dave is going back to clear the second item in 2, which might be this room. There's only a handful of rooms with blue whiz robes in them. It was not this one, so we'll try the other one. Oh, the Darknet room was already cleared, though, so it might be trying to get left or right in this room. Alright, let's see what the item in 2 is. Nope, not this room either. Well, can only be so many rooms that Dave didn't clear in here. I feel like it was a near full clear.
Well, we know one of them is the silver arrow. So he's looking for what would be the heart container check in this level.
Won't be this room.
Nope.
Could be this room.
Yeah. Okay, it is not.
So that eliminates all the rooms up here. Gotta go right.
2 hearts, though. 2 hearts. So we're running.
Okay. Trying to clear this room again to get to the right. That fairy will help.
Yes, and he needed it because he was literally on diet life. But that Darknet was giving him the business.
Alright, so down or right or past the Triforce. Not this room. May have already picked up the item and forgot. Might have been a heart.
Yeah, I think it was. Because one was in, I want to say it was a Darknet room. And
yeah, the second item in level 2 is definitely a heart container, so that is oops, mistakes were made.
surprised he didn't take the heart container. I guess he feels 11 is his stopping point.
Oh yeah, at this point, there's nothing much more to be gained outside of maybe a little bit of a health refill on a Triforce, and Dave's pretty much in the if I'm dying with a magical sword and red ring and 3 hearts, then I have brought shame to myself kind of mode.
Ah. So we have level 4, in which Special K did get both of his items, so he's out. And Dave is just doing Dave things.
Yep, clearing overworld, looking for 5 or 7, and then 9, of course.
Yeah. And I'm surprised, honestly, that Special K has not found 2.
It's just overworld routing so far. I mean, special case on Candle Row, it's at the river spot, just
Yeah.
southwest of where he's at, basically. Side against the money because 241 rupees, so don't really need to hit another secret at this point. Can save it in case we run out of money. Dave is, meanwhile, about to start heading towards Death Mountain. The odds are pretty good that at least one dungeon will be up here. And 9 is up here as well.
Ooh, what is that 9? It looks... I can't even describe that. It was just a brief moment. But boy, it was something.
Looks like Dave's going to head to this bomb spot too, and then backtrack to the one he just opened. The 9 is definitely smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, that old man. Just checking to make sure there wasn't a random Triforce setup, which there is not. It was left 0 to 8 on the Triforce range on the dungeon setup. However, the flag set doesn't go off that screen, so it doesn't matter.
So...
Where are the last 2 dungeons?
Special case going up to Vanilla 5, and we'll see that it will bring great disappointment. Alright, 5.
Looks like one of those it could either be the iron or the wall-mounted like hand vacuum thing.
That's what I was thinking. I looked at my little Hoover Dirt Buster here, and I was like, yeah, that totally looks like my little vacuum.
And Special K will pick up the heart container because that will also get them to 11 hearts, which means mags.
And it'll put him closer in the direction he needs to go to get to 2. Because that will save him from having to, you know, full clear everything looking for mags. For silvers. Why do I keep calling that magic arrow? But, because whereas...
Dave thinking about stabbing that guy. A bit late, old man.
Exactly. You give such great advice. You know, in Zelda 3, I blow up a Gina all the time. So, I approve of hostility. And we have Special K, Blue Dark Nuts, and we have Dave, Diet Life, Gleok. Respect.
Hey, a picket fence, aka the Raft and 5 for Special K, so they both now have it. That hint for Special K, I believe, is relevant. Well, no, both found it. Never mind, I'm lying. I should look at my own tracker for both. I like how I've brought up 2 versions of the tracker, am tracking for both, and still managed to just not mark that one of the runners has been there.
Just in awe of Dave just going through, you know, luckily finds the Triforce, you know, that compass coming in handy. But Dave was on literally life 0. He had half of one heart left.
So where is level 7? If it's not on Death Mountain, I'll be very surprised.
You know what would be absolutely lol-tastic is if it's in its vanilla location for first quest.
Well, it'd make Dave sad. It probably wouldn't affect Special K at all. But the odds of that are still pretty low, so we'll see.
Aw, you know, you gotta love those little nuances that just add value to the game. And having it in its vanilla location is absolutely awful because nobody wants to go there as it stands. So, good to see if it is there, though. Good to see.
Dave is heading into level 6 at this point. The flute is here. I know that he knows the flute's here. I don't think that he's seen the bow hint, if there is one.
There isn't. So, but I have a feeling he's gonna full clear this. Just to see what 2 items are there. And Special K is avoiding too. Just not wanting to go there at all. To that area.
We're getting slamooed here. That's another one of the named things that happens in the Zelda 1 randomizer. Get knocked back on the raft screen multiple times.
Well, good to know that Slamu endures this. You know, because in Z2, Slamu usually has some form of shenanigan happen against him. And it's a lot of the times feels bad man for Slamu. But he still manages to overcome it. But I hate when that happens, when you get bonked back into the raft. Even worse when you're on going to the secret 255 spot. And you're like, why? Why? Why do I want to come back here?
All right.
Finally, silvers.
We're gonna see
Special K coming.
We're gonna see go mode happen here pretty quickly for Special K, and that'll change the approach to level 7 for sure if we get there sometime soon.
And I was hoping he would go to 2 before 7, so he wouldn't have to full clear 7. So good on you, Special K. Because the relief he will feel finding those silvers, even though he bought regular arrows, you know, it's still a feels good moment.
I mean, there's a small bit of bad news, and that's that the silvers were in 2, and it's something that you could get pretty early if you route this way, so I don't know that Special K is going to feel great about it, but we'll still be happy that they are effectively in go mode minus a dig dogger block or something.
And he's coming in with Mag, so, you know, the Wizrob, and see that's, I'd love to see the expression on his face right now.
Well, it certainly changes the decision at this point. The second item for level 2 will not be obtained for Special K, which was a heart container. Pretty much has nothing left needed for go mode, in full go mode with the flute in hand. Oh, I thought. Yeah, I think that was just a mistake to go back in. We're out.
Okay, so now we're going. Come on, please let the dream be realized of a 7 in its vanilla location. Playing it safe, I love that decision by getting the medicine right there in the Take Any Cave.
Dave, meanwhile, I don't believe found flute, but found the bow, which is the important part, at least until level 7's under Recorder Lake, and then suddenly,
All right, here's the dream, folks. Here's the dream. It's because I don't think 7 is here. Nope. Scam cave. So come on, let the dream be realized. It will put Dave in a horrible position because his recorder isn't 6 and he was literally just in there. So
yeah, I mean, it would be terrible for Dave, although Dave would have the hint for it, so it would just mean a full clear of Death Mountain for nothing. However, again, the odds, I think, are like, based on our information, in around like a 1 in 13 chance.
13 is a lucky number for me. So let's go. Let's hedge on the 13. You just gotta believe.
Any road traveling time for Dave to where? To the other raft spot, looks like.
Okay, now we saw a lot of these checks. Community hint. Yeah, I'm surprised about the Power Glove comment that they didn't say now you're playing with power. Just go full NES retro commercial mode.
That is in the pool.
It is? Oh, yep. Yes.
Or at least it was at one point. I think it still is.
Yes. Because I actually was trying to get a Power Glove tournament in Mario Started Fury.
Yeah, I think
I got vetoed on that quick, but it would have been hilarious. And no, the
Death
dream.
Mountain.
Yes, so we are going to the mountain.
East or west? West has more checks. East usually likes to troll and have it. What do you think?
Why not just say it's where? Because I don't think Dave has done Spec Rock, right?
Well, Dave's going to go east Death Mountain first. We'll see if it's one of the 3 checks up here or if it's on the other side. Oh, it's here. So, there you have it.
Well, okay, Dave went. So, Dave is in, for all intents and purposes, go mode.
Just about. Not quite.
No? Ah, yes. He's missing the sacred blue banana. We're not going to talk about that recorder.
So the only downfall for Dave is with randomized bosses if Dig Dogger is blocking the path in 9. That's the only thing that could get him.
Ooh. So if that's the case, why didn't he get?
I just didn't find it. He found the bow. I was like, okay, well, this is good enough for me. I'm in potential go mode from here. Barring some low % chances.
So he's doing a gambler right now.
A very small gamble. There's the Dig Dogger there, by the way. If the Triforce is there, it's really funny. For me, at least. Maybe not for Dave.
Because that's exactly what you were just talking about. Ooh, that would be awful for Dave right now. If that Dig Dogger has the Triforce. And we've seen shenanigans aplenty. So.
Yep, regretting the lack of red potion suddenly.
And he had the money.
He's got to pick it up for fun. Nope, just going to take a second candle. We call that, well, it's not true J. Coper, but it's close. Never living down buying the second blue candle. Old man with the truth there.
Well, maybe Coper was thinking at the time, this would be some big braining right here. If you buy 2 blue potions, you get a red. So if I buy 2 blue, maybe I could score me a red bypassing all rules. So, you gotta love the ingenuity. That's my explanation for it.
To be fair, we've had a couple of instances where something's been purchased when you have something better. Like I've at one point, I'm sure, bought a key with the any key in my inventory, just because like you just get in that flow and you're just like I want to buy a key. I got a bunch of money. It might get key blocked. And you're like, oh wait, nope, I don't need that.
Hey! 7 is looking quite ripe with Dig Doggers there, Fury.
One can only hope.
Yeah, because I think I've seen about 3 so far. And if that's the case, then Dave will have to go back to level 6 and get... Oh boy. Alright, with some hope, going after poor Manhandla and getting bombs. That is not what Dave was hoping to see right now.
Just gotta find that compass and have it point to a dig dogger. That's it.
What if a Dig Dogger is blocking the compass?
That's not quite as fun. I'd rather just show him. The suffering is more fun when you know it's happening. Preemptively, it puts the bomb down before we get the bomb upgrade, just to teach the old man for scamming him.
Yeah, that'll learn him.
Alright, a dig dogger is going down. We might find a Triforce under here. Nope, just a key.
Alright, 1 Dig Dogger down, 2 to go.
As far as we know, at least 2. Alright, item or transport? It is transport. We're at dead end, so this is a take.
Okay.
And we're off in this corner now, which I think we were struggling to get to earlier, so some new rooms. Send help.
Send help. It's a sign to Dave. Go for the recorder. Alright, here's a possible Triforce. Maybe nope. Things are looking prickly for Dave right now.
Well, certainly on the full clear path at the moment. There's the floor heart. Compass.
I called it!
Dave has not seen that room. So, it's still hope. Can we bomb directly in there? Probably not. Aw. I'll try to bribe the game. What do we have? No dig dogger, so Dave's safe for now. So Special K has the full Triforce at this point and is going to be heading to 9.
Yep. You know, the light bulb for 2 isn't working. So that's why it looks like he doesn't have the full Triforce, but he does.
Meanwhile, Dave lucks his way back into this room to get the Triforce. Not really. Had only about 6 or 7 rooms left, and they were all in this area.
First one to enter at roughly 1 hour and 4 minutes is Special K. And it does look like Atari game tank from a game called Target Fun back in the 1980s. But everyone is too young to remember those days, so I'll stop carbon dating myself right now. But I see a lot of Atari in these shapes.
It's roughly 43 rooms, it looks like, so on the smaller side, that usually means it gets stair segmented all over the place.
Oh dear.
And a hard container in the, what Dave I think was hoping was a transport to move them around.
So now it's just going to come down to luck of the routing, but that Dig Dogger.
Dig Dogger's in level 9. Joy.
It's not something that Dave wants to see or know.
I'm a little surprised we're clearing this Gliok. I thought maybe we just bomb and see if the next room was the Ganon.
No roars, so...
Dave about out of bombs, too, so going to have to start farming or counting to farm one, or find the Red Gorilla room to be able to get a potential drop for the global. Wallmasters guard the compass. Decent hint.
Okay, very good clue, at least for getting knowledge on where the princess is.
Alright, Dave's setting up the count after bombing the floor, so we're at 3.
Another Dig Dogger.
We're back to 1, but we got the global, so Dave is saved.
That one had a key.
There's a shutter door there. That could be Zelda for all we know. Although Special K knows it's not because they are on the column below. This could be, though.
It is!
Yep. They both found out at the same time. So we're going to go screen for screen together for a moment.
Yep, this is going to come down to execution right now. Dave does have the slight life advantage, but Special K does have a medicine in case things get dicey. But so far, the enemy set here has been very tame.
We found both heart containers, so I believe that pins level 7 as the Rotten Nanner location.
Oh, no yellow banana. Sorry, guys. But blue banana reigns supreme in my book. So, Special K doing us some business.
Hey, we found a way towards the northern part for now, maybe? Nope.
Oh,
never
that
mind.
clue is coming into play, because we did find the Wallmaster room with the compass, but it doesn't really help us because we already know where the princess is.
So there's one Dig Dogger blocking a staircase. Is that going to be the staircase up, or are we going to find another one?
Stay tuned, folks.
Where does this one take us? Up here. That's a useful staircase, I think. Yep, so Dave currently slightly in the lead here. In uncharted territory for the moment. No roar for Dave there because Dave's going right back.
Oh, so that was a dead room for Special K and a waste of 3 bombs.
This stair takes us where? To the other side. I think that's going to give Dave access to Ganon at this point. Yep, we've got Ganon.
Here we go. So Dave was able to completely dodge the recorder and be okay. Are we going to see some stun lock? There we go. And we're going to save and continue. Quickest way to get to La Princesa. And Dave will emerge triumphant. And you love to see it when a gambler pays off.
Yeah, very small gamble, but a gamble nevertheless.
Yeah. So he can just walk on by those dig doggers like, ha ha, no fighting you today. And there we go. Get your GGs out for the first on stream Anza Day, who is gonna get a lecturing from Fury about buying that blue ring.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten. Is fourth overall. CJ with the 103.40 won the race overall, with Shaddy in second and DK 9146 in third.
Shaddy! You know, he made one of the biggest finds in Z2's Their Fury, in which, if you've ever seen me do comms for Z2, you do see Shaddy, and I call him the master of the Barba Yeet. He actually made a Barba despawn and left all of us in the community scratching our heads for a while. But I think I do see somebody joining us, and it is our on-air winner, Panzer Dave. How are you doing in GG's, friend?
Thank you. That level 7 is just time consuming, and then the host was and then all the big doggers, I got scared. I was like, do I really need to go back to getting a full? But it worked out.
So blue ring, huh?
Yeah, well, I had the money, I had arrows. The overworld wasn't exactly nice. Like, it wasn't bad, but also it just allowed me to play a little bit more effective with my handle. I just want my time back to 7. That was just so much time lost in 7.
Yeah, Special K meanwhile getting to Zelda's room as well, not too far behind. That will be 5th overall for Special K, being out just Andy, who got 6th about 37 seconds later, and that was also a snipe because Tabby Orange was 4 seconds beyond that, and then Stag's 10 seconds after that. So a rapid fire of snipes in the race room.
The important thing is that we guess and her cursing, and then we also, we have to say it. We beat chatting. Oh, not Paul. Chatting just wins, but we beat Bogey. And that was the important thing.
Bogey is the 9th place finisher, of course, at 1:13.21. And we are joined by Special K. GG.
Hey, Fury, you hear me?
Yep.
Thank you.
So, you had the lead to the white sword, and you found the recorder in 6. However, Dave had the silvers quite a bit earlier, gambled on the flute, and I think that's probably the time difference on the on-stream race. So it was a pretty tightly contested race in 9. I think you were both in the same rooms at given points in time, going room for room together, but in the end, the one staircase to Gan is, I think, the only way up there.
Yeah, that's good to know. I'm generally terrible at 9, so I was just happy to get there in a somewhat reasonable fashion. I didn't hear the skip, so I was surprised when I walked into the room and Ganon was there, so that worked.
Yeah, I heard it, but that shape of 9 with how that was laid out, I knew it was going to be staircase. I knew that was no walking.
I'm sure you had some stairs for some dig doggers in 7 when you were walking through rooms looking for a try.
I'm both grateful and kind of upset that it didn't troll me more. You know, but I was just upset that I got the hint for the bow. I was glad I got the hint for the bow, but at the same time, I did not want to go back to 6. I would have been like, oh yeah, I'm level 8 that's fine. So, add 6.
Oh yeah, we completely missed, or at least I completely missed the bow hint, so I didn't see you get that, but you were down to only a handful of options left outside of 9.
If you go straight up, I'm going to hit the bow fail.
Fair enough. I'm trying to remember all the hints I saw in dungeons.
The old man got burned a few times for his hint for 1.
Yeah, you found a Goma hint. You found a Gliok returns by the desert, maybe. We got to send help.
The one by the lake was another one. So we had the recorder hint. We had the recorder being in 6. We had one of the levels being by a lake. And then we had one in the desert. So I think we saw 3. Or at least I saw 3.
There was a 9 hit somewhere too. That was by a river, but I had already found 9 by the time I saw that hint.
Yep.
The bow hit was the key there, because I was a
And then, of course, the purchasing of a hint to be told this isn't really what you're looking for. That was a good one. Oh, Special K did. He got one. He got 2 different hints, and I think the second one basically told him that this wasn't something along the lines of "this isn't what you're looking for" or something like that.
Yeah, I bought 2 hints because I was just looking for 7, and basically I was they were too expensive to buy them all, but I bought the cheapest one each time to see if it gave me fail to get something, because I was just looking for 7, and the only thing that was drive me away from the path I was already taking would have been the post-draft spot, so that was what I was shooting for. Otherwise, I was just gonna bomb every Death Mountain cave until I got to 7, so...
Yeah, I remember the Power Glove hint. I just don't remember what the second one said.
Yeah, I think you're about right with what they were.
We have, what time does the TTP2 start in 10th place? And then Money marks the late bit 11th and 12th. But yeah, this was, I would say, fairly tame, all things considered. White sword that was not blocked behind bad things, a wand that was also not blocked behind terrible things. I mean, we had the Wizrobe Darknut set, so it had the chance to be terrible, but they did not showcase in too many dungeons, so we'll call it easy.
I was just glad I never had to bomb those, because I had sword by the time I encountered them, so that's a win in my book.
Yeah, the person who had to deal with that monstrosity was Panzer. And, fire don't do nothing.
Yeah, community would rule that as justice served. Seed Roller gets it.
Fair.
Blessed be in 13th.
That is in my normal garbage.
Yep, it
sucked was the bow and 6.
Yeah, again, I think it kind of puts a ding on your reputation.
No, I will say actually it probably just shows that more often than not, people probably come, but once in a while something comes through that's good.
Well, we got a good turnout for this. I think at one point we were concerned that maybe swordless would push people away, but this is kind of pseudo swordless. It's
a very beginner friendly swordless, more so than anything else.
Yeah, Red Candle right off the bat pretty much saves it from being awful, and then if you find a white sword or get to 11 hearts, then you still have a sword, and then still a wood sword at an hour if you really need it as well. So yeah, not a lot can go terribly wrong in this, and we're seeing a lot of people finish in the 80-minute or less bracket here, so definitely good to see.
Yeah, definitely. It just shows that, Swordless isn't as bad as it can be, and after playing through Swordless, then yeah, it can get terrible. But, again, counter is important.
But any
Actually-
final? I was gonna say any final thoughts on this, or what you got, Special K?
Yeah, I was gonna say I actually wanted to keep going with just the red candle, but that's just me being stubborn. If I had a wand, maybe I would still refuse to use the sword, but also I'm not gonna try to bomb Dark Nuts and Wiz Ropes just on principle. So this would have, even if we didn't get the sword fairly quickly, with the exception of the Rose Robe and Dark Nut dungeons, like the 1, 3, and 8 were easy to get through with the red candle, so it was very friendly. And this was sometimes seeds go sideways for me. I was happy that this did not go sideways because or was easy enough to find. Nothing was too bad, and I was happy that I got the bow without the hint because I'm generally my thought is never gamble, and you're never in go mode until you have everything that you need, even if you don't need it. So I was still looking for Raph. I was still looking for... Well, Raph was the last thing that I needed, but I wanted the recorder out of 6. I wasn't going to skip it, so... And I got everything, and it took me a decent time, so...
Yeah, 5 blocks, 8 blocks on power break.
Yeah, that could have been bad, but the power bracelet was fairly on path, so not terrible in the end.
Yeah, I think my only goal for these flags is to get back in some close. But I didn't quite get there. I had, I think, 10 hearts by 30 minutes. I was just looking for one more.
Yeah, I was getting a chuckle out of the power bracelet blocking one of the take any ones. I'm like, well, that's slowing
I
down.
was so upset. I was like, I think I found the other one at 2, but come on.
You got a little bit punished for the lack of a letter. I understand why, but it did lead to some self-burn deaths and some land mode deaths and some fun shenanigans.
Well, it happens. You know, it's so hard to justify taking potion or letter when technically select easily and you are primarily using the debuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a hard time justifying it and messes up my business to use the more death or even just returning to the potion.
Well, I'm not surprised that the two of you are in the top 5 of this, just based on the amount of swordless play I see out of both of you. So
I'm surprised because I'm a 4th-rate Dave, but this went well for me tonight, so I'm happy about that. So.
Wait, you certainly have more practice than the majority of the people in the room,
Yeah, that doesn't
especially
mean I'm good
lately.
at this.
May or may not mean you're good in your own eyes, but I think for me, I was kind of expecting you to excel over quite a few of the people that would normally get you in sorted just because you've had a little bit more fun with it.
I'm definitely
Yep, and I called you and Dave geniuses, so I have full faith in both of you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely a swordless enthusiast at this point, and I hope one day to transition to a swordless specialist. That's my goal.
Oh,
I just don't care anymore. I just play swordless and for the hell of it.
But yeah. Most seeds. The question I asked myself at the start is, "Am I going to get the wood sword?" Yes, maybe, no. So this one was probably going to be no.
It's always no for me now. It's just like, let's play this until I have to absolutely pick it up.
Yeah.
Well, you can certainly catch both of the runners on their respective streams. One, of course, playing Z1R, the other playing, Arkista's Ring and Sword and Serpents and that sort of shenanigans. Anything you can find. Multi-worlds, who knows what he's playing. Something that's going to get him punished, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough fun for us, I think, though. Any final thoughts from either of you, or I guess JJ / Special K before we run off to bid?
Thanks, Fury. Thanks, Krista. Thanks, Amion, for the broadcast. Appreciate it. Job well done. Thank you. And GG's, Dave.
Yep,
And I can give my final word, too. I personally would like to thank you, Fury, for helping me in my first ever Z1R commentary. And it was so great to see how great this community is. You guys are so amazing. And I look forward to doing more comms in the future, you know? Well, thank you.
you're going to have plenty of opportunities if you want them. Because
Yay!
in about, 7 days, the sign-ups close for the winter/spring tournament. So there'll be plenty of restreams going off there, I'm sure. If we can get comms and tracking and the runners to race at a decent enough hour, I'm sure we'll get plenty of them on. So be looking forward to that. But for now, it was a blast, Krista. I look forward to seeing what more Zelda 1 randomizer action we can get on Speed Gaming, starting with the weekly weekend race Sunday night at 9:30 Eastern.
Good deal. If you need somebody to combat, I will be available for that, I believe. And because Mario does their rando on Saturdays, so Sundays should be a clear day for me. And I would love to do more for this community because you guys are amazing.
And if you're in the audience and want to do commentary, tracking, or racing, you hit up the Discord. Scroll down to SG Commentary and Tracking for the weekly commentary and tracking roles. Else, you will be able to sign up when the tournament starts to get access to those roles, should you want to give it a shot during those. They always appreciate the extra help. That's enough for me. I'm going to stop pushing for comms, tracking, and all that good stuff. We'll let everybody get to bed, I think. Krista, take us on out.
Okay. I'd like to thank all of our runners, both on the air and off the air, for participating in a wonderful pseudo-swordless matchup. And the biggest thanks goes to Speed Gaming and our wonderful restreamer who has been working behind the scenes to make this happen. Thank you to Speed Gaming as a whole for even hosting us. But the biggest thanks and love goes out to you in chat and those of us who are watching on the video on demand later. Without your love and support, we would not be here. And on that note, please give our runners and Fury a big gold follow because they're good at what they do. And that is being entertaining geniuses that we look up to. And on that note, I wish you all the best night, sweet dreams, and have a wonderful, wonderful week. Goodbye.